talk about Sophie Cunningham making some comments about WNBA fans, what she believes fans may not have right about WNBA players, and how a lot of fans feel about, I would assume, hard plays, aggressive plays. I'm not quite sure.
The WNBA believed it to be secure. It believed that its greatest star was untouchable. Then, a legend supplied the numbers, demonstrating that Caitlin Clark's departure is a financial necessity rather than only an option. The writing is on the wall, as an indisputable reality has surfaced. Put loyalty aside. One star's destiny is now obviously out of the WNBA's control, and this is about stratospheric money that will change women's basketball forever. Sophie Cunningham's latest inflammatory remarks highlight the league's current stormy waters, adding fire to an already flammable scenario that may cause important players to seek the closest escape.
Last year had volunteered to join the Fever as Caitlin Clark's enforcer. And that's Angel McCoughtry. She played in the league forever. She's 39 years old now. And really good player. I mean, a 6-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ. Averaged 18.6 points a game in her career. And she makes some comments about Project B that's very interesting. And I think she's saying the quiet part out loud, that some players may forego the
Project B, a clandestine new organization that has the potential to completely upend the women's professional basketball scene, is the source of the seismic upheaval. This isn't your typical league, promising sums that beyond anything the WNBA has ever offered. It's an economic earthquake. Ignore the contract negotiations and gradual raises. Project B is seeking to entice the top talent with unimaginable fortune by swinging for the fences. Its rise could lead to a major exodus of players looking for financial security that would change their lives. Beginning with the most marketable assets in the league.
WNBA, not unrivaled, the W, in order to play in this new league. She also squashes the myth about, players have talked about, I want to be able to stay in the States. I don't want to go overseas, blah, blah, blah. She says that's kind of BS. That sounds like a negotiating tactic is what it is. So, Sophie Cunningham, let's check this out.
I'm not just speaking for myself. I think I'm speaking on behalf of probably the whole league, that when people see us competing and trying to fight to do anything it takes to win, because this is a hard league.
Angel McCoughtry, a real legend and former WNBA All-Star, didn't only allude to this. With stunning precision, she presented the cold, harsh facts. Her observations, which highlight the difficult financial circumstances players must deal with while deciding where to play, are a devastating blow to the WNBA's narrative. McCoughtry speaks from experience, having witnessed the league's financial constraints firsthand during her illustrious career. Last season, she even offered to be Caitlin Clark's enforcer. She lifts the veil to reveal the disparity between these athletes' present compensation and what lies ahead.
Sophie Cunningham, let's check this out.
I'm not just speaking for myself. I think I'm speaking on behalf of probably the whole league, that when people see us competing and trying to fight to do anything it takes to win, because this is a hard league, that they automatically think that's what you're like off the court. People need to get to know us players more, and I think if they do, they fall in love with us. And so not judging the competitive side of us compared to our off court.
Just wondering, do fans do that? Because I don't. I never one time have I seen somebody's play and been like, they must be real nasty off the court. They must be real.
The disparity in income is simply astounding. Think about the WNBA maximum contract. Just $90,000 for elite athletes, a sum that hardly counts in the realm of professional sports. Compare that to Project B's proposed minimum pay of an astounding $2 million. This is not a little bump. For even an end-of-the-bench guy, it's an almost 22-fold boost. This one statistic highlights the WNBA's incapacity to compete, giving players with brief careers the impression that any allegiance is financially reckless.
On what else does the player got going on off the court? Do they take basketball seriously, or do they want to be a celebrity influencer? Well, you know what I'm talking about, right? So I thought that was interesting and that you guys would want to see that. Let's go over here. This is the Good Follow podcast. Hell, go subscribe. It looks like it's relatively new. The lady on the left is Angel McCoughtry. Like I said, we're talking about a real force in the league. 5-time All-Star, 2 times.
However, salaries are not the end of the money. With something unheard of in established colleagues, Project B makes the sale sweeter. Equity. Players receive more than simply a salary. A piece of the pie is being given to them. An opportunity to get a piece of a league whose value could skyrocket. This innovative strategy turns athletes from workers into stakeholders by directly tying their long-term financial interests to the expansion of the league. For athletes looking for generational wealth well beyond what conventional WNBA contracts provide, it's an alluring opportunity.
And how that's going to... She gives you a perspective of how players are going to look at this money, and you can tell from her reaction, it's like, whoa, that's a whole different level of cash we're talking about.
The max was $90,000.
I mean, even just say, like, you haven't been playing the league for what, 1-2 years or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's just even talk now. You're a current.
Okay, I'm a current player.
These players are making max $250.
Now I'm making $250, then $90. And let's see. $5 million, $2 million. I mean, guys, you do the math. Who's going to turn that down? And then I have a chance to have equity in this league.
McCoughtry asked the question that was on everyone's mind. Why put your body through playing the DMN WNBA if you're going to get paid $5 million without holding back? This goes beyond rhetoric. The WNBA's value proposition is fundamentally challenged by this. When an alternative gives such great financial security, why put up with the demanding schedule, the physical strain, and the comparatively low pay? Every WNBA player, especially those with market-moving star power, must re-evaluate their priorities in light of her frank judgment.
Then 90. And let's see. $5 million, $2 million. I mean, guys, you do the math. Who's going to turn that down? And then I have a chance to have equity in this league, and this league could possibly grow. I mean, Project B, aka Project B, let's get it.
Yeah.
You know,
feels like common sense almost.
It feels like it is common sense. I mean, honestly, I see a lot of girls. If you're going to get paid $5 million, why put your body through playing in the WNBA? Is that what? That's what I see coming.
Well, here's the another aspect of this too. I thought the whole trend and point of some of these new leagues popping up was that the trend was going, players wanted to stay home in the U.S. And so that's an advantage that
To make matters worse, McCry dispels the long-held notion that WNBA players would rather remain in the U.S. The idea that players value being at home has been promoted for years, which makes leagues like unrivaled appealing. McCoughtry, however, refers to it as B. She clarifies that this constructed preference is essentially a negotiating strategy, a handy narrative that conveniently ignores the need for genuinely life-altering funds. In actuality, players will travel to any location for the correct fee.
You're fixing to see a lot of surprising names. I have a feeling sign up for this league because they think the W's going to 850 or 1 million. Okay, well, what do you think they would pay Asia Wilson? 8 million, 10 million a year, so 8 to 10 times more than they're paying now. Caitlin Clark, 15 million, 20 million, 25 million. I mean, I don't know. People seem to get offended when I bring that. Why? Why wouldn't...
Speaking from very personal experience, McCoughtry describes her favorite travel destinations, such as Istanbul, Turkey. She paints a vivid picture of a lively life filled with delicious cuisine, rich culture, and renowned parties that, on off days, run till 7 in the morning before breakfast. It's not a sacrifice. It's an improvement in living. The prospect of playing in Europe, Asia, or even Africa, along with travel, elite basketball, and enormous compensation, is portrayed as the life rather than a hardship, entirely redefining the abroad option. The carefully crafted narrative by current WNBA players and league officials is destroyed by this disclosure from a reputable WNBA veteran. It is shown to be a convenient illusion that players prefer to stay at home just for the purpose of it. McCutcheon effectively illustrates how the dollar quantity alters everything. Where you play is no longer as important as how much you get compensated for it. The financial strength of Project B fully eliminates the WNBA's geographic preference-based power. There is more than simply a financial gap between Project B and the WNBA. Additionally, it surpasses recent domestic equivalents like as Unrivaled, which pays participants about $250,000. The minimum $2 million required for Project B is essentially 9 times that amount. This implies that a player may earn as much as 9 unmatched seasons or numerous WNBA maximum seasons in a single year. The magnitude of this new league's investment in Project B indicates a total game share, making it impossible for lesser rivals to genuinely compete for elite players. The ramifications for true superstars are enormous when an end-of-the-bench player can demand a minimum wage of $2 million. If any player, regardless of star status, can get such an amazing contract elsewhere, the WNBA's whole compensation structure and even its very survival are called into question. Who will fill the rosters?